So Razer's optical switches are actually pretty cool. So basically how it works is that when you click, it sends a little thing to block a laser that is constantly going. And when it stops that laser, it registers the click. This can help prevent with double clicking issues and just make it overall a better switch. And it does not unfortunately sound that much like a mouse switch or just sound that good. But honestly, I think it's a good trade-off for a cheap mouse like this Viper Mini. So you've probably all heard of single clicking, which is just registering one click when you click the mouse button like usual. You may have even heard of double clicking, where it registers two. But have you heard of triple clicking? On a few certain mice, such as my Corsair Guitar Pro XT, you can triple click. See? Again, only some mice do this, but this is just an example of one. A lot of bloody mice also do this, by the way. In a previous TikTok, I've said that you should use a mouse bungee for pretty much all of your mouse cables. Well, actually, I don't 100% actually stand up by that now. Because for some mice, like my Corsair Guitar Pro XT, it just, when I put it in here, and I actually put it in the bungee, it just feels weird to move around, and I just prefer the feeling of it actually not being in the bungee. So for most mice, I'd still recommend the bungee, but it's not always the option to go. So, Razer's mouse software is called Razer Synapse. Basically, Synapse is a thing for Razer mice and keyboards and headphones and things of the like, so that you can customize the RGB, DPI settings, all of that stuff. So what you want to do when you open it and download it is you want to go here and you want to click on mouse. Because I have a mouse plugged in, then you can customize all of this. All of this is able to be customized over here. You can change anything that you want. You can reassign basically anything here. You can go over here to performance and you can change the DPI and how many settings you want. You can change the lighting on it. You can change the calibration for different mouse pads. It's really cool. And I would say this is definitely worth space on your computer if you want a Razer mouse. Fun fact, there's a mouse called the Final Mouse Starlight 12. And it's a really cool mouse and it costs like $300 to $500. Depends on the size, where you get it from. Usually you can get this on like eBay. It is a mouse made of magnesium alloy, which is, magnesium is the 12th thing on the periodic table, which is why it's called that. And it weighs something like 45 grams or something ridiculous. You'd think, oh, wouldn't metal be heavier? But no, it's not. It's actually really good. The only weird thing is that it has plastic sort of on the bottom to make sure that the wireless receiver works, but I just think that's really weird. I mean, get this if you're rich as hell. A lot of mice operate their click. So this is, for example, the left click of the Red Dragon M686. Basically, when you press down, this presses down and activates a mouse switch, which registers the click. It's pretty simple, and this is what's used on a lot of regular mouse switches, not including optical. What's the heaviest mouse that I own? Honestly, if I had to say, it'd probably be this Logitech G502. It weighs something ridiculous, like 120 grams or maybe more. It's just a very heavy mouse, but that does actually mean that it feels pretty premium, but not really what you want for big FPS games, unfortunately. Now you might be wondering, what is the worst gaming mouse ever? And I'll tell you, almost 100% it is the Booga Mouse from Five Below. This is an absolutely terrible mouse. The scroll wheel is loose and it's bad. The RGB is really tacky. Like, it's just, no thank you. Honestly though, like, the clicks are terrible. My left click doesn't even work correctly compared to my right one, and neither of them still are good. These buttons are bad. The side buttons are absolutely terrible. There's nothing good about this mouse. The sensor is crap too. This is the Razer Gigantus V2. The Gigantus V2 is a really nice hybrid mouse pad from Razer. I got the medium one, and it is only $10 on Amazon. It's very nice. It is extremely easy to glide on, and it does err on a little bit more on the side of speed. But do not worry, you're still going to have plenty of control on your mouse. I just uploaded a review of this on YouTube, so if you want to hear more, go check that out. It'll be linked in the description. What mouse is the best default mouse case? Honestly, I have three mice here that I think are the best. The HyperX Pulsefire Haste, the Logitech G Pro Wireless, or just the G Pro Superlight, and the G-Wolves Hot EM. All of these have, this has 100% PTFE feed, this has 100% PTFE feed, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what these are. They are very nice, so smooth, they feel so nice, and without even replacing them, they just feel so good, you know, to use in game, and it just really feels like you're just moving it on like a frictionless surface, which is just such a nice feeling, you know?